Oak Park is the laboratory where Frank Lloyd Wright moved from the 19th century architecture everyone else was practicing into something brand new he was inventing. And you can see him crossing that bridge right here with this house, which he built in 1897. It's one of two houses built for Furbeck brothers. This one has a pair of turrets, and you can see, when you look at it, the old Queen Anne Victorian and the new Prairie coexisting. You've got the verticality and the conical cap of a Queen Anne house, and this beautiful artistic detail of a Prairie house, including the turned brick and this wonderful woodwork. There are two turrets here, both with their conical caps. There was a third. They were complemented by a porch off the front, so there would have been three cones. That porch and a forecourt that Wright designed were eventually turned into an interior room. Because that exterior porch became interior space, your progression through the house now starts with this very large front room, not original to the design of the house, but certainly an awful lot of space to work with. You come through and get to here where you see the beginning of the Wright artistry. You see these four beautiful pillars, the art glass, clearly the beginning of a voyage into the house through several layers. You come through a small alcove where the stained glass is sending in light, and then the light continues through these beautiful light screens, wood light screens that flank the door. And then you're in the front hall where the two octagons are on opposite sides of you. One contains the staircase, which we'll see in a bit, and the other is the study, a very beautiful room with built-in bookcases, art glass, really a terrific little spot. And then as you continue through the layers, you get to this, the largest octagon. It's the living room of the house, a very Frank Lloyd Wright space. The diagonals of the octagon create niches. Into those niches, he puts both art glass and beautiful cabinetry that he's created. On one side, between the niches, is a settee. On the other side, between the niches, is a beautiful Roman brick fireplace. This will later become a trademark of Wright, but here's a very early one with a pattern in the brick that picks up the pattern in the wood of the cabinetry. Flanking that Roman brick fireplace are more of those wood light screens we saw, and they serve a very interesting purpose here. Behind this fireplace and those light screens is a hallway for servants. And then beyond that is more of the art glass. So light comes in through the art glass and through the light screens, even though servants don't come in. Next door here in the dining room, you get a more standard rectilinear room, but Wright elongates it a bit with these ears he's created at opposite ends, picking up that octagonal shape, and then fills it with wonderful details. You have the wood all around the walls and the ceiling, the great art glass and the built-ins along one side. The glass picks up the shapes on the fireplace so that the whole thing sort of surrounds you. You've got a very intimate feeling for dining, and that's complemented by this light fixture, not designed by Wright, many years later by an artisan in Oak Park who's sympathetic to the Wright feeling and knew the mood that would be created. Also made later are the kitchen and breakfast room that are behind us here. Much later, not original. You're very likely as a buyer to update the kitchen and that breakfast room, but you have some leeway, some financial leeway, because many of the things that people have to do to Wright houses when they move in have been done. For instance, the house has just recently gotten air conditioning, which is a relief. Most of the plaster walls have been redone recently, and the colors of the walls have been taken back to something that feels more like a Wright original. Everything's original to Wright. When you get here to the staircase, we're in one of those octagonal turrets, and we're surrounded by his designs. You've got this light fixture hanging all the way from the ceiling next to the stairs, and these beautiful light screens that we've seen elsewhere function as newels for the staircase as you work your way up. More light coming in from a very tall art glass window. So as you work your way up to the bedroom floor, you've got Wright details all around. The wood, the art glass, the arched ceilings, it all continues up to the bedrooms. There are 5 bedrooms in all, 4 on the second floor and 1 perched up on the third floor. There are 3 baths, 1 up there and 2 down here. You've got a lot of choices. One of the questions when you get an old house like this is, do I get a master bath? This front bedroom has a bath that it shares with another bedroom, and so what you could do, you're going to have to update the baths anyway, is you could colonize that bedroom and make a master suite of bedroom, bath, and dressing. The other thing you might do is put the master at the back of the house because there's a fireplace in that very large bedroom sitting under some trees with a beautiful view. So you can reconfigure it. You've got 5 bedrooms, might go down to 4, figure out what you're going to do. But whatever you do to update it, you've got to keep in mind you're working with a very important house and you need to get it right.